What's up guys, your boy Retro88 and today I have a very special guest from the Miss Philippines UK 2023. I got the two lovely ladies who are the runners-up for that night. Here on my left hand side I got Allysa, who is the first runner-up.
Hello.
And Angel over there, who is the third runner-up.
Hello.
So today's vlog, I'll be asking both of them some questions and we will talk about the experience from that event. So yeah, I'm gonna go with you first, Allysa, and then Angel next. So it'll be 5 questions, and obviously on your own time, answer it as confident as can be, and yeah, we'll just go through it. You ready, guys?
Yeah. Yes.
Let's go. So, first question. What made you decide to enter the Miss Philippines UK 2023 and compete?
Okay. What made me decide was essentially my Tito Roy. He has been pushing me ever since I've been little and ever since I've known him. He's always wanted me to join pageants, and I'm really grateful that he pushed me because Miss Philippines has just given me a confidence. It's given me friends.
Of course.
It's just given me a lot of opportunities straight from the beginning. And yeah, so that's what made me join, really. Just Tito Roy pushing me, encouraging me, and making me believe in myself that I could really do well, not just, for what pageantry is, like beauty and looks, but also for knowledge, because now I've learned so much more about like the Philippines and advocacies and supporting different causes. And now even now after the pageant, I'm researching about different communities in the UK that support Filipino businesses and working with, charities that are related to the Filipino community.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, so that's why I joined, essentially, just being given that push, and now I'm learning every day.
That's good to hear. Shout out to Tito Roy.
Tito Roy!
So what about you, Angel?
I joined because I was called. I was
I see.
scouted by someone who was familiar with what it was, and when I answered the phone, I was like, yeah, why not?
That's
I
good.
just want to take every opportunity. I saw this pageant as like a stepping stone to widening my horizons and stuff. And I've just turned 18, and so I was like, this is a nice step in adulthood.
Of
And
course,
it was really fun as well. Like, I've learned a lot, like Allysa was saying, we've made friends, knowledge and everything, and the journey itself was just really fun.
Yeah. I mean, like, it was my first time coming over there as well, so it was a brilliant evening, and I didn't expect what happened there, but I was blown away. So yeah. So moving on to the second question, who inspires you in the world of beauty pageant and why?
So in the world of beauty pageants, I would have to say the Filipino Miss Universe winners. So we've recently got Catriona Gray, Pia Wurtzbach, and also Gloria Diaz.
Yeah.
She's an iconic role model for, I believe, all the Filipino girls, and she was probably the stepping stone into the young Filipino girls. But I would have to say Catriona and Pia, just because they're closer to my timeline and what they advocate for. They've literally shown the light to Filipino girls, coming from my dad, who was born in a small island, and my mom in a small city in Philippines. They represent that, and they literally emulate that with what the crown represents. So yeah, I would have to say Catriona Gray and Pia Wurtzbach and Gloria Diaz and all the Miss Universe.
It's
Filipino
good that you
winners.
know the history of the beauty pageant hierarchy. So yeah, how about you, Angel? Who inspires you the most in the world of beauty pageant?
So I grew up with loads of like titas, aunties, my grandma as well, my mum herself. They all were like previous beauty queens, like growing up. Like my mum won a pageant when she was like 14.
Shout out to Angel's mom.
But yeah, so I kind of just wanted to like continue that tradition. They all pushed me to do it, so I said, why not? But also to add on to what Allysa was saying, Pia Wurtzbach as well is such a big inspiration. Like, while I was preparing for the pageant night, I came across an article of her where she would like talk about how she came across failure like 3 times, but that she used it as like a driving force to join Miss Universe, and I think that was really inspiring. Like she was just so motivated, and it was really nice to see a story like that and see like how far she's come since the beginning. And I think we as beginners in the beauty pageant world should look up to her. And
I mean, all these beauty pageants that you mentioned, all the names that given to me, they embodied the Filipino beauties, not just the outer appearance but also the brains. So the works that they've done is incredible. I mean, I did met Pia Words back.
No way.
Yeah.
Wait.
That was like in Barrio Festa.
Oh,
Really?
in
Yeah.
UK.
In UK.
She was here.
Yeah, few years back, I can't remember fully, but when I met her, I was so nervous. Obviously, because knowing her as the,
starstruck.
Wow.
I was starstruck, and I was like, wow, beauty queen right in front of me, and she was so like down to the personality that she's showing to me and all her fans. Just amazing. It's like you'd be blown away how humble she is. But yeah, moving on to the third question. How well do you think you performed during the Miss Philippines UK 2023?
Okay. I'd have to say I performed to my best potential. All the hard work from the rehearsals, I tried to just put that all into one night.
Yes.
I tried to remember each point that was told and taught to us by Auntie Krista, Auntie Chloe, and Auntie Keisha, that we need to just make sure we walk to the best that we can during the catwalks.
Yeah.
So I tried to walk my best catwalk ever and then do the poses.
Yes.
So I definitely tried my best to make sure that I gave that all my 100%. And then also in the Q&A portion, I tried to remember each practice that I had with my sisters, with Auntie Krista and all the other mentors. So I tried my best in that. So I can confidently say I did try 100% my best potential. But there's always room for improvements, and especially when you rewatch the live stream, when you rewatch people's videos, you can criticize yourself, but constructively. So you don't have to just always put yourself down and say, oh, I could have done this better. You can just say next time, like, I could do this better. And then it's literally my first pageant as well. So it's like, for me, I would say it was great. I had fun, and I think it showed. I just tried to be happy, and I really was happy. Like on the night, I was really excited. Like literally before we went on stage for the first time for the Scissor song, I was like screaming. I don't know. I was like, oh my god, this is it. But it was quite a bit bittersweet because it would be the last time we would perform it. So yeah. So I would say on the night, like I think I performed like to the best I can.
That's good to hear. How about you, Angel?
Yeah, I could easily say the same. Like, I really did think I tried my best, and just seeing my like family in the crowd, like my friends and family, it really, like you could feel the support and like the love, and like when you hear your name being screamed, like
definitely.
max volume, like it was so, I don't know, like heartwarming. So being on stage was just really fun, and like as a Krista, like our mentors did say like just have fun. Like even though we were a bit scared and nervous, like the nerves kind of just died down with all the like cheering and everything. Like it just felt so great to be on that stage. And we've been practicing for like 12 weeks?
Yeah,
12
I think
weeks.
12 weeks.
Must be like an intense program.
It was.
Hours on the weekends.
Dark walks. But no, it was intense.
With that catwalk and all the practices that you've done, did they include all the maybe the dietary needs, like food that you eat?
Well,
not really.
They told us to just look after ourselves. So especially towards the night, towards the weeks leading up to the night, a lot of us kind of got sick. So we were told to just take care of our body, rest, rest. So that's how you know. They told us to rest. So obviously that means taking care of what you eat, what you do, your lifestyle, mentally as well, to just sleep.
Of course.
So they really did teach us.
And they trusted us as well to like take care of ourselves and stuff. And if we were like late or whatever, like if we weren't in the like beauty queen mode, we'd be punished.
It's true. It's true.
But I think that really did help with like our,
like confidence
Mhm.
and like our I would say attitude. What's that word? Like our perseverance, discipline. Yeah, like powering through. Yeah, it helps because then it's like being told off actually makes you want to do better.
And then it showed on stage, I think. Like, I think we practiced so much that a lot of it became like muscle memory.
Yes.
So like walking on stage, I wasn't even like thinking, like I wasn't stressed about what am I going to do next, like what's going to happen next. Like it all just came out naturally.
I love that. Yeah.
I mean, like post-event, I've seen some highlights where your mentor Krista was, you know, fully focused on each individual of you guys, and she was pouring her heart and soul just to make sure that you're gonna be fine on the stage and perform well in front of your family, your fans. So I think, a good massive shout out to Krista. So another shout out.
And then she herself was a hostess on the night. So like she really divided her focus on each of us and herself, and I really appreciate that, Krista.
Yeah, and it wasn't just the weekends as well. We had to also, we had one-to-ones booked, so she would also help us through Zoom or Teams. Yeah, she really did put her heart and soul into this work, and I think it showed on the night.
Well done,
And
Krista.
Chloe.
And to Chloe, of course. Ezra.
So now, fourth question: describe in one word your experience after competing at the Miss Philippines UK 2023. Just one word.
Sure. I would have to say inspiring.
Yeah, that's good. How about you?
Enriching.
Enriching. Very nice. Very, very good wisdom of words from these two runners up. Last question. Last but not the least. Why is it important? Why is it important to acknowledge your heritage roots of where you came from?
Oh God. Wait. Well, I would say it is important to acknowledge your roots because it's in your blood, it's your heritage, it's your generation and your ancestors. I think it's like what I said in my Q&A, it's only enough to pay your respect, to acknowledge it. Not even to just like proudly say, oh, I come from here, but to know where you came from and like to actually care about your history, who was related to you and what your past is. I think it's really important because then it inspires you into like hopefully teaching your children or you know the young people around you what is important in life. You know, sometimes everyone wants to just work well, do well, earn money, have a good job and like live in a nice house, but like I think if you look back, people didn't really have that and you need to appreciate like what you have. So if you acknowledge your history and your ancestors and your culture and like being Filipino, I think it's really important because it just puts into perspective like what you have now.
I mean, it's never easy to grow up in a different country.
Exactly.
I mean, I myself wasn't born in the UK. I was born in the Philippines and I grew up here when I was young. So shout out to my mom for
my mom.
your mom and her mom to bring us all here.
Yeah.
It's a different culture, different ways of how they discipline kids here. So you just have to be you, like be yourself, and just continue to adapt with your heritage roots on how we normally get disciplined back home. So.
Just wanted to say, sorry, like let me add, you mentioned your mom was a beauty queen as well. I remember seeing a picture of my mom, like when I was a child, like we have a picture box, right? I think everyone has those, like a picture box with like printed photos, and there was a picture of my mom in a swimsuit and she had like a little number like what we had. Maybe she was a beauty queen. Maybe you were a beauty queen, Mom. I don't know. Confirm that.
In the comments. Secret,
in the comments.
How are you, Angel?
Yeah, no.
In terms of your heritage roots.
Yeah, I could say the same thing as well. Like growing up here, being a Filipino girl, I was probably, I think in primary school I was like the only Asian girl in primary school. Like it was very white, and so I don't know, like there was always like a struggle to like fit in or whatever. But growing, like the more I grew up, it was like the more I got to know like I should actually be very like proud of like where I came from, because like we're unique, you'd say. And like being surrounded with like Filipino culture and like traditions and values growing up by like taught by my parents, my family, even going back home, like whenever I saw like the side of the Philippines,
Yes.
it was just so much like, it felt so much closer to the heart, because living here my whole life, it's been like, it's so diverse, but like being back home is just where it just feels so.
What heritage roots that you always remember as a Filipino? Like, I'll start first.
Okay.
My one would be the manopo.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's traditional. I mean, if you see someone who's still doing it, at least they're still persevering the roots that we got from our, you know, grandparents, parents back home. How about you?
I would say addressing your elders, so like saying ate, kuya, and saying po, because no one, like in English, you don't really have that.
Yeah.
So if you say that, I think it reminds me of the Filipino heritage.
Cool.
Yeah,
Very
me
true.
too as well.
Same with you?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's it for today's vlog. I think it's the runs up time to ask me some questions.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So, Kuya, since it was your first beauty pageant, how would you say it was, and what did you see, and how was it watching your first beauty pageant in the UK, especially it being from the Filipino community as well? How did it make you feel?
At the beginning, I felt very excited because obviously I'm going to see these future beauty queens that might be one day will be competing for the Miss Universe. So we don't know. Obviously, when it comes to Filipinos, we have so much talents. Like not even like talents that, you know, we got from training, but raw talent.
Yeah.
So when I got there, first being Keisha and the lady, what's her name again? Kiara, there you go. I was blown away of, wow, like the stature, the posture, and how tall you guys were that night, and I felt very small. Literally, the heel, I don't know if it's the heels or just like the height. I wasn't even looking from the feet to head. I was blown away. I was like, why do I look so small? Anyway, so yeah, I didn't expect much, but at the same time, I was happy to spectate this kind of competition, especially here in the UK.
Yeah.
And I felt very proud to see most of you guys that are, portraying the Filipino roots, the heritage that we have, especially one of your candidate friends, the Igorot.
I took
And the taxi, shout
Shout out to her.
Yeah,
That was
So-
beautiful.
yeah. Her evening gown was everything.
Swimwear,
She
Her
did
casual.
really well.
Q&A.
Oh,
She
my
represented
God.
everything.
And then and when I was there, I can tell by each candidates of like how many crowds you have in there besides your family, friends. Some of them are just like probably relatives, and wow, like it's just amazing. As soon as you guys start doing the catwalk,
Yeah.
and with that long dress, high heels, I was thinking, I'm glad that men doesn't have to do it.
Well, actually, it was Mr.
Yeah.
Philippines,
There
so
used to be Miss
Oh.
Philippines.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And I think this year they just did Miss, but I think they might start doing Mr. You didn't hear it from me.
That's good. That's good. But yeah, and then moving on with the opening number with the dancing, I knew you can all dance. So.
Because you're a dancer as well,
Yeah.
aren't you? So Kuya's a dancer. So how was it? To my second question.
Yeah, sure.
So since you are a dancer yourself and you've been dancing for years
Yeah.
with your brothers as well,
Yeah.
how would you rate our dances? And
Oh, I mean,
what did you think of the performances?
I'm gonna be like honest.
Oh no.
I was speechless. I mean,
In a good way.
yeah, in a good way. Out of 10, I'd give it an 8.
Wow, that's high.
you know.
Only.
Only.
No, guys. There's always room for improvement.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, I've seen some a bit of a like out of tune, but anyways, everyone did well with the dances. Whoever choreographed it, shout out to the person.
Kuya Matt, Ria,
Boom
Yeah.
diggity.
There you go, boom, boom diggity, yeah. Boom diggity. And yeah, you guys did well. I wish one thing that I really wish that night was like, I wish there was like a portion where each of you have a individual talent to showcase.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like an individual dance part. in the
No,
middle of the
like
stage.
individual talent,
Oh.
like either singing, dancing.
Oh, I'd love that.
I was looking forward to that one, but obviously,
Yeah.
I think most of the showcase that you did was like in groups, especially the Latin
Yeah,
dance that
the
you did.
Latin dance, yeah.
That was good as well. Reminds me of my younger days where I had
Used to
to
be.
perform. Yeah, some friends' 18th birthday we did that. Kind of.
Cotillion.
Yes,
Yeah.
Cotillion. Yeah, so that's really good. Well done, guys.
Thank you, Kuya.
Last question.
Do you have a question for Kuya? Anything you want to ask Kuya?
Any random question?
Would you go to next year's?
Ooh,
Because we'll be there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We will be there.
next year 2024.
Another vlog.
I'm
Yes.
sure I'll hear of it. Obviously, now following Miss Philippines UK 2020, well, the Instagram page.
Run by our social
Run
media
by,
manager.
Exactly.
Ezra.
Shout out. So yeah, I would say definitely. I would probably like try and bring my family, and hopefully this time around it will turn out differently. Hopefully you guys will be in a much higher position.
Oh yeah.
Aim high.
Yeah.
That's the goal. So yeah, but well done to both of you, and congratulations. You did yourself very proud. I'm sure your family. I mean, like you can tell by the end of the event how so many pictures.
Yeah, my cheeks
You've
were
got-
hurting from smiling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
especially-
sweating. It was
Yeah.
raining.
I felt sorry for the winner though. She's been like standing having
Yeah,
taking
she
pictures.
was Victoria.
So Victoria, shout out to you, the newly crowned Miss Philippines UK 2023. You can check her on her Instagram and all social media platforms. Even for Allysa and Angel, follow them on their social media pages. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you again for your time.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure, and hopefully I look forward for our next vlog in the future. You never know.
Yeah.
Might be one of you will be the crown winner, and then maybe one day I'll be the judge.
Yes.
I don't
We
know.
love that.
But yeah.
Yes. Yes, we love
Hey
that.
guys, make sure to give this video a like, comment down below a few words there in the Miss Philippines UK 2023 as well. Let us know your thoughts about it, and make sure to subscribe to my channel, guys. Hopefully this year will be my year to reach 1K.
Yes.
Anyways, thank you guys again.
Thank you, Kuya.
Peace out. Thank you.